Today is a very special day as I play my first game of 9th edition on my brand new Necron board. Warhammer 40k Battle Report, Necrons vs Space Wolves. It's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this battle report. And if you're new to the channel and you want to learn about Necrons and more, then please subscribe and hit the bell button to turn on all notifications so you don't miss an upload. Okay, so I am here with Richard from CM Wargames. Welcome back to the channel, Richard.
Well, nice to be back, Nick.
And you look, he's actually matching the board and the Necron flag quite well.
Yeah, as there knew I was coming, so they can be in.
Other superstores are available.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my first game of 9th edition. Richard, you've played a fair few, like 100 at the moment?
I've played about three to four now, so
okay.
Yeah. So.
And so far you've got 100% victory rate.
100%.
So I'm going to have my work cut out. This is going to be fun. We are playing Sweep and Clear. We've set the table up. We've got the 4 objectives, so basically 1 in each corner and 1 in the middle, so 5 objectives in total, and it's time to have a look at the lists. Okay, so here is my list, the Stormcrons, which I've been playing very successfully in 8th edition, and I've now adapted it to 9th edition. When I say adapted, basically the points change meant that I had to lose 246 points off of the list. I've done that, so let's have a look at the army. Okay, so we've got a battalion detachment. Heading up the force is Imitek the Stormlord and a Canoptic Cloak Tech. And then we've got 10 Tesla Immortals and 2 units of 5 Tesla Immortals. These may become Gauss in the near future, but for now I'm just sticking with what I had in my old list. We then have a Triarch Stalker in the Elites slot with a twin heavy Gauss cannon. Then heading up the fast attack choices, this is where we made some changes. So I've got 2 units of 5 destroyers. These were 2 units of 6. And now 1 unit of 5 Wraiths. Again, that was a unit of 6. Heavy support wise, we've got 2 Doomsday Arcs and 1 unit of heavy destroyers. The list comes in at exactly 2,000 points with 12 CPs plus 1 extra from Imitek the Stormlord, and I've got the Warlord's trait from the Sodek dynasty, which allows me to regain some CPs. Plus, of course, we get a CP each turn now as well. So many CPs, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Well, to be fair, I do, because I pre-planned all of my CPs that I want to use. We've got before the game starts, the movement phase, the shooting phase, the assault phase, and in my opponent's turn. My Cloak Tech has the Veil of Darkness for his artifact. And that is my list. Okay, so here are Richard's Space Wolves. What have you got, Rich?
Right, I've got a battalion, and what I've done is I've got Ragnar, and he'll join the 2 Bloodclaw units in one of the drop pods. So,
okay. Using my son's drop pods.
Yeah, because I don't own any at the moment myself. And then the other unit of Bloodclaws in that drop pod.
Okay.
And I've got a Primaris Battle Leader and a Primaris Wolf Priest, and they're going into the Land Raider with 1 5-man Intercessor.
Is that a Land Raider, is it?
It's a Repulsor.
Repulsor, yeah, right.
And a 3-man Eradicator squad go in there.
Okay.
Then I've got 3 more Assault Intercessors from the Indomitus set. And then I've got 2 3-man Bikes from the Indomitus set.
Yeah.
And then I've got 8 Fenrisian Wolves, and I've got 5 Wolfen.
Very nasty Wolfen.
4 with Storm Shields
and
Thunder Hammers, and the Pack Leader with Frost Claws.
Okay, so there you go. That's Richard's list. Let's get on with the game. Okay, so we have deployed. Richard is the defender, and he's got a line of Space Wolves, although to be fair, most of them are in reserve. However, I've got all of my Necrons on the table at the moment. Heading up the line there, the Wraiths, just basically one mass deployment of Necrons. So we have chosen our secondary objectives, and I'll get the piece of paper. So Richard has chosen domination, raise the banner, and data intercept, and I have chosen grind them down, bring them down, and data intercept. So that is our secondary objectives, and it's time to find out who is going to go first. So Richard, are you ready for this? The big roll-off, the first one in 9th edition. Here we go. I got a 1, you got a 2. That's not great, is it?
No, it's not great, but I'll take that, and I will go first.
Okay, so Richard is going first. There's no seize the initiative now. Boo-hoo. So it's going to be Space Wolves turn 1. Okay, so Space Wolves turn 1, and some domination of the tabletop here at the moment in terms of spreading the units out. So we've got 1 drop pod there, 1 in the middle. The bikes have zoomed over to that objective, and then we've got this big tank on this objective. Richard has shot. The rolls weren't that great, to be fair.
No.
But he did manage to kill the unit of 5 immortals on the building there, and that was it. So we are going to now move into the assault phase. Okay, so the assault phase happened. Richard tried to assault with both the Blood Cores and Ragnar Blackmane. Even with the re-rolls, fouled the charges. I did overwatch with 1 unit of immortals just because I've got so many CPs, and got 2 wounds through, but Richard saved them. So that is the end of turn 1. Richard gets 3 points for the mission objective just here, and he also gets 3 points for domination. Is that correct?
Yes.
Domination, yeah. Okay, so 6 points to 0 as we move into Necrons turn 1. Okay, Necron movement phase, and I didn't really move too much, just moved the destroyers just here and the wraiths in the middle. Okay, mine will be done to both units of immortals, and we're preparing to open up the lasers. Okay, end of Necron turn 1. I did what Necrons do best, shot at close quarters, and I managed to destroy Ragnar Blackmane. Yep, he was the closest unit, so I concentrated on him, managed to kill him. I killed the Blood Claws that were behind him, managed to kill the drop pod and the intercessors from shooting. The wraiths took out the Blood Claws in the assault, and then over here my heavy destroyers and doomsday arcs all doing 6 damage with 1 dice roll of damage each, killing that vehicle, which was very nice to see. I also used Imitex the Storm, killing a bike and taking 2 more mortal wounds off another bike. And then I used the destroyers just here to kill the other units that disembarked. What was that?
Intercessors.
Intercessors, yeah. I killed.
And the Primaris Battle Leader.
Okay. Primaris Battle Leader, Intercessors, all shot. I couldn't get to this one because the drop pod was stopping me at the end of the game for being closer. And these Melter gun guys got out just there, and they are safe.
The battle leader died to
disembark. Yeah. Richard rolled a few 1s, so pretty good rolling there for me. I'm happy with that. Of course, Richard has reinforcements. However, I did score 3 points for the centre objective and 3 points for killing more units. So it's 6 points all as we move in to Space Wolves turn 2. Okay, so end of turn 2 for the Space Wolves, and these Wolven here have caused me a few problems, but before that happened, these Melter gun guys took out my 3 heavy destroyers, and effectively the Wolven and this dude here, Primaris Wolf Priest, managed to assault my destroyers with their cheesy 6-inch pile-in consolidations and re-rolls to charge in.
And the +2 charge.
Oh yeah, +2 to charge, so easily took out my destroyers, and then they consolidated into my Triarch Stalker and easily took out my Triarch Stalker, and now they've consolidated into my Cryptek and my other unit of destroyers. So these things, very nasty indeed. Other action on the table was in the middle where the 2 bikes assaulted my wraiths. They did no damage. I did 6 wounds on the bikes, leaving just this one bike here within range of the objective, giving Richard those 3 points. So Richard scored the 3 points for that objective, and what other points did you score, Rich?
20 up. It's raise the banner in my command.
Oh yeah, you had raised the banner over here, didn't you, from the previous turn?
And the 15 points for holding
more objectives.
One, yeah.
1, 2 and more.
One,
yep.
5 for holding 2 or more, and 5 for holding more.
So you're on 28 points.
Yeah.
I'm on 6.
Yeah.
As we move in to turn 2 for the Necrons. Okay, Necrons turn 2. So I used the Veil of Darkness and brought these guys over here. Obviously now with the new rules, falling back means you can't shoot, so I assume that was a fallback move, using the Veil of Darkness, because we were locked in combat.
No, the Veil of Darkness isn't a fallback. No, it isn't a fallback.
Not a fallback.
Well, you were locked, well, yeah, I don't think it is.
So potentially I can shoot these.
You could have shot there, yeah.
Okay, so the destroyers just shot in and I killed all of those guys except for the sergeant, who's now left on 1 wound. We think we did that right. Let us know in the comments box below if you also think we did, or did we just mess up. Okay, other action is the wraiths that were here. I fell back over here and assaulted the melter gun guys, killing all 3 of them, consolidated into the wolves. And then it was all about these wolven. I split my fire shooting at the wolven and the bike over there, and also this guy over here. I killed the wolven, of course, they're no longer there, thank God. This guy managed to survive on 2 wounds, and the bike over there has survived with 3 wounds. So yeah, that's it. Basically, I've done some good damage, but Richard still has a few stragglers left on objectives, which is not going to help me. I scored no points for secondary objectives, so I am a little bit behind as we move in to turn 3 for the Space Wolves. Okay, Space Wolves turn 3. The Fenrisian Wolves stayed locked in combat. I killed 3 wolves and I lost 2 wounds on a wraith, killing a wraith because I already had a wound taken off from earlier. Over here the single guy moved up, tried to assault me here. I used a command point and killed him in Overwatch. The 2 bikes are hiding behind this building here. This is one of the 5-inch tall buildings we've declared. So the whole of the base is classed as the piece of terrain. So these are totally out of line of sight. And then this guy here got into assault with my 5 immortals, killing 4 of them. And we are now locked in combat. So Richard managed to score even more points. He's well in the lead at the moment. However, he doesn't have much left. So let's move in to turn 3 for the Necrons. Okay, some more wolves have just died from morale. We've got to do it. Just 3 wolves left. Okay, so here we go. Necrons turn 3. So I tried my best in this one. I moved both Doomsday Arcs so that they could target the bikes. They are both dead, however, it was a bit of a mission killing them. I did manage to do it in the end, and also take the drop pod down to help me score some of my secondary points. Over here I shot quite a lot of guns into this guy with his 2+ invulnerable save. I took him down to 1 wound. I assaulted him with Imatech the Stormlord using the stratagem that means my first attack was going to ignore invulnerable saves. However, I found out that he had a 1+ save. He's got a 3+ save with a relic that gives him -1 to his save, and Richard rolled a 5 and saved it. So he is now consolidated into my immortals. And then things got slightly worse over here as my 4 wraiths failed to kill a single Fenrisian wolves. They didn't even wound them, nothing. And I got a wound at my wraith there. Over here it is slightly better with the destroyers split firing onto the intercessors there and the bike in the middle, and then taking the last wound off of the guy in the assault. So Richard just has 3 Fenrisian wolves left and a pretty much unkillable dude over the other side of the table there. So all to play for as we move in to turn 4 for the Space Wolves. Okay, turn 4 for the Space Wolves. I killed the Venerisian Wolves this time, and then this guy over here got a Healing Balm Stratagem wound back, taking him into 2 wounds. He killed 2 Immortals, I did no damage. Moving straight on to Necrons turn 4. Okay, end of Necron turn 4, I fell back over here and I managed to kill this guy, killing all of the Space Wolves. We played on the next turns and we worked out the total score. It was 63 points to the Necrons and 64 points to the Space Wolves. However, the Space Wolves were not battle ready, owing to the fact that he borrowed one of my son's drop pods which wasn't painted. So that gives me 73 points versus 64 points. So it's actually a Necron victory. I would shake your hands, Rich, but obviously we're not allowed to. But great game, thanks for that.
Brilliant game. I think gutted about the back battle already. Next time I stay, I'll check your son's stats up and see another 10. It's Sunday morning. I've had a bit of time to digest the game, and brilliant game. Tough game, as I expected it to. The Manish was probably not quite what it should have been facing yours, but I wanted to try out certain units and certain things to see how they worked. Was pleased. As we know, the result was 64-63, and should have been, and that's how we're going to finish. You then added your 10 points for your painting score, and because one of the drop pods you didn't lend me on my repulsor wasn't painted, I didn't get the 10 points, and that meant you won 73-64, so a 9 point swing. I mean, maybe that's my fault. I should have made sure I won by 10 clearer points, but congrats. I loved the game, I loved the board, and it was a good test to see where the Wolves were at. I made a few mistakes. You made one with the thing, but I didn't play Transhuman Physiology, which I was going to, and I totally forgot. That's because I haven't got any scrap cards, so I might have to make a few just so that I've got them on the table for myself. And then there was a couple of other strats I didn't play as well, which I was going to play and I missed. But yeah, I was happy with them other than that, and it's a learning curve. And I'm going to bring Wolves again next time, I think, and just try a slightly different list out and make you try and make you think again.
Okay, well, hopefully you enjoyed that battle report, and if you want to see any of my other Necron 9th edition videos, then I'll link you up to them just there, and keep an eye out for some more battle reports. And I've got some more very exciting things coming in my battle reports, so stay tuned. Beam me up!